raining out today, but my goal is to expand the garden. We're gonna rototill this whole area behind me and build raised beds, and also expand into the other area of the garden that I haven't grown into yet. So the reason that I do raised beds is because this area of Michigan is a flood zone, and it didn't really happen this year, but last year I had a lot of flooding in the garden, especially April, May, June. There were some days with really high rain, and we got a couple inches in the lowest spots of the garden, especially the area right behind me, which is the lowest spot in the garden. So that's why I do raised beds. This is a no-till farm or minimal tillage farm in that I use a broad fork, and I try not to rototill, but I do one initial rototilling just to build the raised beds, and then after that my strategy for bed building is to use permanent raised beds. I'm going to be working with Jaren and Prana, and I'm trying to get another guy out here to help build all these beds, because I need at least 20 or 30 beds so that we can put all these eggplants and cucumbers in the ground by the end of the week. They're getting really big and they're growing fast, and the summer is just taking off. So in this whole area behind me, we'll have bell peppers on a string trellis, and then in the expanded area of the garden, we're going to do the eggplant. So I'll walk you through the whole process about how I build raised beds and how I prepare the soil for planting. I'll show you how I lay plastic fabric for our fruiting crops and other transplants, and also how I prepare beds for direct seeding. We got all of our plastic weed barrier on the beds, and the reason that we use this is primarily to suppress weeds, but it has other benefits. It also helps with erosion from the rain, and it helps keep the soil warm toward the end of the year and in the spring, which is useful for certain crops. So, you know, we got everything irrigated with our drip tape, you can see beneath the fabric. And then the next step is going to be to put our posts in, our T-posts, like behind me, and we'll use those for our trellising system. And this whole area is going to get eggplants. That's how we prepare our raised beds and our trellising system for bell peppers and eggplants. If you like this video, please share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.